The vaccine is one way of prevention, but we can't forget another, COVID testing. As restrictions ease up, several Huntsville groups have teamed up to provide access to free COVID testing in underserved communities. Our Kenesha Dees has the story.
Just because you receive the COVID-19 vaccine doesn't mean you cannot be diagnosed with COVID-19. So we do need to continue to test. There are new variants out there, and we need to make sure that Shonda's population, the people that she's serving, are protected.
Leaders from the Legacy Center and genetic research companies want to slow the spread of the virus due to spring break and gatherings over Easter Sunday.
So we're just trying to do as much education as we can with the support of organizations like Now Included, powered by Acclinate, to get the message out there that protect yourselves, protect the people that you love.
Set up in like a general area so people can come and get tested and get what they need.
But there's still hesitation to get vaccinations as we reach 2 million doses administered in Alabama.
I'm surprised that we're still seeing so much trepidation with people not wanting to take the vaccine.
Leaders say they are working with more groups and agencies to educate people.
And we're doing a lot of webinars. We're working through the Association of Black Mayors here in the state. We're working with the Alabama Department of Public Health. We work directly with UAB. So we have many campaigns ongoing to make people understand that they are included in the narrative.
You are included, not just to take up space at the table, but so that we can truly make sure that everyone can eat. And eating right now is both literal and figurative.
And as far as how long they will continue to conduct these COVID-19 testing, well, it depends on the community. They say they hope to do it at least every 2 weeks. Putting the Valley first, Kenesha Dees, WZDX News.